Okay. Okay, well, let's start our class today. We're going to start in Unit 24. So if you can go to that Unit 24, which is page 148.
Okay. Remember that my book doesn't have pages,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
so one moment.
don't worry.
24.
Unit 24 says news and views.
Okay.
Are you getting ready for your test?
Kind of.
uh,
But
I
to be honest, I don't
uh
feel nervous.
You don't feel no good. That's good.
No.
That's good. I send you. I don't know if Vivian also sent you like an app that you can download on your cell
Yes.
phone to practice
Yeah.
for the test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Okay. I am on unit 24.
Okay, so let's
Mm-hmm.
start. Well, let's start with some speaking first of all, and this part here, the first part, which says work with a partner and discuss these questions. Let's start with this first question. It says, how do you usually find out about the news?
Well, I usually find out about the news basically in social networks because, to be honest, I don't watch them on TV because I don't watch TV and I hate national channels in Costa Rica. So basically, I follow like some, like, let's say, news pages
Mhm.
like CR Hoy and
Right.
and just that, I guess.
Just that
And
one.
one of the newspapers that is called La Extra,
Uh-huh.
and I read the information in the social networks, basically.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that that's norm. That's what everybody's doing now, right? Like only like maybe uh, people that are like in the 50s or 60s are the only ones that are watching national TV, I guess.
Yeah,
But that
I have.
happens to us too. I mean, we don't even have cable. We just have Netflix. That's all we have. So
Yeah, well, I don't even have Netflix
you don't even have
because
that.
no, I what I have is Prime Video, that it's like a kind of Netflix, but
Uh-huh.
it becomes from Amazon.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know
okay.
if you have heard about this, but it is not so good as Netflix. So I'm thinking to stop paying that because actually I don't watch anything about this
Yeah, you don't
app.
even watch anything.
No.
Okay, well, and the second question says, what impact do you think the internet and 24-hour TV news have had on newspapers?
Well, I think that the impact is not so good because, as we mentioned before, nowadays, I guess that more than 50% of the people read or watch the news over the social network or over the
Uh-huh.
internet. So I think that maybe mm, they have lost like clients in like paper because not all the population its interest on watch news on paper like
Right.
in the previous years. For example, I have uh, an aunt that she and her husband watch all the days, every day, the news on the TV, and they also buy the newspaper. But it's because
Uh-huh.
they have like a different age than me,
Right, right.
and the majority of people. I think that it's a big impact
Mhm.
because they have lost like clients that like to buy this kind of information. Let's say.
Right, and that goes to our third question that says, how do you think TV viewing will change in the future?
Well, I think that will change. Maybe I don't know. Let me think. Well, I think that people won't watch like like national channels, and people will prefer to pay this kind of entertainment like
Mhm.
Netflix um, or Prime Video. Or I heard about one that is in regards of movies, just that it's called like popcorn, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I think that people will prefer just to pay for this kind of data,
Uh-huh.
and maybe the channels will continue losing the the customers, so they will have to be prepared with more interesting things, I guess.
Yeah, probably I will say that maybe in 20 years or 30 years TV, like the TV that we know might disappear, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I mean the new generations, like our kids, the our students, they don't even
Uh-huh.
watch, they just watch YouTube, or the cell phone. They don't even watch TV, right? So
Yes, that's true. But well, I maybe think that they will continue like buying TVs in order to play video games,
right,
because
you're
I
right,
guess
you're right.
that yes, it's like
Mhm.
interesting to them to play video games like on a big screen. Or
Right.
well, some of them use the cell phone, but maybe in their houses they can have like more an internet connection and
Mhm.
this kind of things. But yeah, but basically TV maybe will disappear.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you're right. I think the video games can be like the thing that saves the TV, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay, let's go very quick to our reading part. And after this
Uh-huh.
reading part, we're going to see our grammar part. But I think it's very important for us to study directly for the test regarding reading comprehension. But before doing the reading comprehension part, let's start with this part one of the reading, which says news stories are often about a new scientific breakthrough or discovery. So it says you're going to read an article about the sweet tooth gene. Before reading, work in pairs and discuss these questions. Do you understand this phrase by sweet tooth? If somebody
No.
tells you, do you have a sweet tooth?
No.
No, that's that's
No.
that is, for example, if you really like to eat sweets, like you're that you eat a lot of chocolate cake or chocolates or whatever that is
Candies.
sweet, candy, all those kind of things, is that you have a sweet tooth. That means that you really like
Ah,
that
okay,
you really
okay,
like
okay.
sweets to
Yeah.
eat to eat sweets.
Yes. I like them.
Okay, yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I don't know if you can you see me or
What?
not. Can you
Uh,
see myself?
now I can see you. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Look this. Um,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and I have another bag with full of candies because my husband went to a party.
So definitely you have a sweet tooth.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just again let's start just answering some questions. The first one says, have you come across any news story recently about new scientific breakthroughs? Breakthroughs?
Mm,
You know what breakthrough is, or
no.
like something new, like for example, I remember in 1997 when there was a breakthrough because of regarding science, because I remember that there was this lamp, or like it was like I don't know if it was like a goat or something, that they cloned it. They cloned the first animal. So that was like a breakthrough in science. Like breakthrough can be like something new. That's something that really
Okay. Impact.
impacts, right? Right.
Okay,
So,
okay, okay.
so
Okay,
have
I'm
you?
going to write it down.
Okay, don't worry. Go ahead. All these vocabulary is very important because again, this is C1, and we will see all
Yes.
this vocabulary we might see it in the test, right? So
Yes.
it's very, very
Have
important.
you come across any news stories recently about the new? No. Actually, I have not come across about any news stories
Okay.
in scientific
Yeah, the
in
scientific
about
ones.
no. I
Okay.
don't
And
really read. I don't really, to be honest, I don't really read like information like this one
Uh-huh.
because it's not of my interest, to be
Right,
honest.
right, right, right,
No.
right. Yeah, that happens. And number two says, have you got a sweet tooth? Oh, now I know that yes, the answer is yes.
Yes, I
Does
have.
and he said, does this trait run in your family?
Yes, my
Uh-huh.
family, all my have family, and especially my dad, he has a sweet tooth.
Uh-huh.
And my mom, she likes a lot to cook, like, let's say, cakes and all on and candies and cookies. And actually she goes to like to classes with
Uh-huh.
a chef. I don't know
Wow.
if you know her. She's Deborah Acevedo. She usually appears on TV on the Buen Dia program.
Uh-huh.
And my
Okay.
mom, yeah, and my mom comes to Cartago to receive classes with her.
Oh, wow.
And yes, but my father said, like, you always go to these kind of classes and you learn to do a lot of things. And how do you say recetas? I know the correct name, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Recipes?
Aha.
Uh,
Yes, you learn to do a new recipes, and
uh,
you never cooks nothing. And my mom says it's because we are so fat.
yes, no.
Yeah.
That's what she, well,
Yes.
but yeah, well, if she goes to classes, I guess she should cook, right? That's
Yes,
something that she
but
should do.
yes, well, she cooks um a dessert that is called, what's the name of that? I forgot the name, but are like little bowls of chocolate
Oh,
with peanuts, and it's delicious.
wow.
And my husband always said, like, um let's do that, but she said, like, well, let's do it, but we all of this family are fat, so we must stop eating that. Yes, but all
Yeah.
my family have sweet tooth for sure.
Yeah, I think we all in this family we all also have a sweet tooth. All my daughters and everybody.
Yes.
Well, it says here if scientists could discover a sweet tooth gene, which is the article is about that, so it's going to be kind of interesting. What
Okay.
could they do with this information? So what do you think that if they already discover like a sweet tooth gene, what could they do with that with this information?
What is a gene?
Uh, hen.
Ajá. What is that? Un gen, un gen.
Yeah.
Un
So I mean,
gen.
the article
Okay,
the
okay, okay,
article
okay.
has discovered that there is a gene for sweet
That,
tooth.
okay. Okay,
So that's
okay,
kind of
okay,
interesting.
okay.
Yeah.
What could they do with this information? Well, I guess that they can maybe send why people have a lot of sugar in their blood.
Okay. Very good.
Or
Very good.
yes,
Very good.
yes,
Remember that
I
in,
guess.
in, in
Or
this C1 test, you mean you need to answer whatever you comes to your mind. I mean, those are
in
difficult
what?
questions, right? These are
Yes.
difficult questions, and
Oh,
we don't know
yeah.
exactly what they're going to ask us in part one, right, of the test,
Well, it's like the TOEIC test. You
right?
know something? I did it one more time.
Or you did it
And
again,
yes.
and what
And
happened?
they asked me, well, it was, let's say, better, but
Uh-huh.
uh, it doesn't fulfill my expectations. And anyway, but they asked me something about refrigerators. They
Well,
asked me, yes, when was the last time that I changed my refrigerator? And I didn't know how to answer or what to
yeah.
answer. And they asked me that what are like the things that you have to consider when you buy a refrigerator. And I said, like, I don't know.
That's crazy.
But well, but I have to guess and I have to say. So I
Uh,
guess that in that part of this speaking it will be the same. What happens if I stay in silence like 2 seconds thinking
no, that's
what
okay
to
because I
answer?
think that they will give you they always give you like just for you to process maybe the questions
Mm-hmm.
they might give you 10 seconds 10 to 15
Oh, okay.
seconds but if you
Oh,
can
okay,
answer
okay.
right away you can do it right but or you can even repeat. I mean, you can even tell them, can you repeat the question again? You know, that's
And and if I say, can you repeat the question again? Are they going to
no,
penalize
no.
me
If
for
you
this?
just ask one time, it's okay. You know, if you keep on asking, well, can you repeat? Of course, they will penalize you. But
Ah,
you
okay,
can
okay,
even
okay.
ask, you know, can you repeat the question again? So
I hope
that's
that the questions will be easy for me.
yeah, yeah. I'm just probably they will. I mean, I'm just this the real speaking part is the one that we just did. Okay, this one, but
Okay,
is
okay.
good for us to know, you know, different maybe
Oh no,
more
of
difficult ones because
course.
we need to be prepared for any for whatever
Yes.
they ask us. Okay, I'm gonna give you some time for you to
Okay.
read this article. It says if being jean on chocolate makes your trousers too tight, blame the jeans. It's just like a funny, I don't know, like a funny title. But this article talks about that sweet tooth jean. So maybe
Okay.
I can give you maybe 3 minutes for you to read it. And
3 minutes.
yeah.
And where are the what are the questions?
Oh, the questions are here in part two. Can you see them here? So it says, read the article and choose the correct
Ah,
answer
yes.
to each question. So
Mm-hmm,
from
mm-hmm.
1 to 3, I'm sorry, yeah, from 1 to 3, we have
Ah,
the
okay.
it's
It's
like
because
uh
just there are just three
yeah,
questions.
just 3 questions.
Ah, okay, okay,
So
okay.
but let's work on that. So I want for you to maybe scan it for, and I will give you 3 minutes.
Hi, for me, this is very difficult.
I know. I know, but again, we need to try to practice because in this test, you know, time is so valuable that we need to try to read very fast and maybe grab the main ideas, right? But
Mm-hmm.
let's see what we can do. So I will give you
Okay,
those 3 minutes, and
okay,
but let me just go here to stop the recording, and
okay.
and I'm just gonna recording again, and let's okay, so let's do this part together, the reading comprehension.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, what has the research described in the article discovered? So let's see if you can get the right answer.
Mm, I'm in the. I guess that the possibilities are the option B and option D. But I guess that the correct one is B.
B. Okay, let me see. Believe it or not, it's C.
Why?
That's a
The
good
reasons
question. Let
why
me see.
people like the fruits, they
There's so many
too
people
are.
like. Let me see.
Ay, bueno,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, well, let's go with number two. It says, what are
Okay.
the implications of the research?
To be able to stop eating sweets. Ay, ya no sé, porque es que para mí la uno no tiene sentido, pero bueno. Some people. Sí.
What are the implications of the research? Well, it's B. B as in boy. It
Ujú.
says it may in the future be easier to change people's eating habits. Yeah, because it says, yeah, what are the implications of the research? Well, let's see. And number 3 says, in reaction to the research, um, Aubrey Sheeman,
Ay, ya no me acuerdo. Ok, profesor. C.
Correct.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
At
Good,
least
good.
one.
At least one. But remember that,
Yes.
well, here they give you more, they give you four options, but in the real test, it's just three, right? In the reading comprehension. So
Okay.
so we are doing more difficult stuff here than the
Okay.
test,
Okay.
okay? Okay, well, very good. Let's go very quick to this vocabulary part, and
Mm-hmm.
just in a moment, we're gonna be working on the grammar part. But um, it says here, the article uses a number of verbs that are useful for writing about academic experiments. Match the verbs involved in the article with the definitions of their basic forms. I would recommend for you to do this part for homework. Let's do this vocabulary part for homework, okay? So
Okay.
remember we did a little bit like that. You see these words in bold. So try to match the meaning of these words with the words in bold, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
as soon as you finish, I can just send you right away the answers, okay? So
Okay.
we can do this for homework, or you can do it if you want as soon as we finish the class. And because it's very important to identify, remember the vocabulary and the meaning of them. And also, once you finish that, also for homework, you can do this. What is the noun, form, or verbs 1 to 9 in exercise 1? So add them on the phrases below, okay? So this is good again to just to practice a little bit of the general vocabulary that we might find in this test, okay?
I don't know. I don't understand. What do I have to do in this part? What is the noun for
Yeah,
form of verb?
yeah. What is the noun form of verbs 1 to 9? So for example, here we have the verb show, right? Here be. So it's what is the noun of that? You know, so remember you can also try to find out the you can also practice part 3 of the test when we need to change.
Ah, okay, but
Remember,
it's the noun of the part one, right?
correct, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
yeah, of part 1. Yes, the noun of
okay,
part 1.
okay.
Let me see if maybe I can give you an example here. Maybe it can be easier. You can, let me see. Vocabulary, yeah, vocabulary 1. For example, let me see. Number 1, to be working on the, let me see. Oh, it's identification, but let me see where. Identification.
Identification.
Where is it here? Let me see. Probably the, okay, here, yeah. Okay, this is, do you see the this part over here where it says so from the words in
Ah,
bold, from the words in bold, you need to try to change it into the noun. And then once you change it into the noun, you need to try to fit them here in these spaces. So for
okay, okay,
example,
okay.
identify, well, it goes here, right? Using identification, right? So to be working on the identification of some unusual insects. So using these verbs, you see, identify, compared, recognizes, you know, all of this, you need to change them into nouns and use them here. Are we clear with that part?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
good.
yes, yes.
So that will be for homework, okay? Just for us to
Okay.
practice a little bit of vocabulary in general. Okay, let's go with the grammar part, which is connecting words. If you have like some notebook there, it would be good, useful for you to maybe write some information down if you
Okay.
want. And let's start with that. Let me see here. Okay, we're going to see connecting words, and I think that this is very important because sometimes we get confused a little bit with using connectors, right? And or sometimes we only know a few of them, like but, or you know, or you know, those connectors. But there's more than that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very important for us to know how to use them. So let's start right now with the today's grammar part, which is connecting words. So let me tell me when you're ready for us to start.
Ye- Yeah, just a moment.
Okay, no worry.
Today is, what is the date of today?
Today is
7th,
the
right?
7th. Yeah, yeah, the 7th.
hmm I can't believe that the year is over.
Yeah, it's we mean
Yeah,
once
but
this
I'm,
month is over, then that's it.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I already, it's because I like to write down the date to know
right, right.
when did I study that, so
Yeah.
I am ready.
Okay, perfect. So let's go with connecting words. So it says we can use, okay, one of those connecting words is despite plus ing or the fact that. Okay, those are two of the connecting words that we can use to give the same idea as an although. Okay, so we can use despite plus ing or the fact that to use the same idea as although. And let's see some examples. Well, let's see here first of all, although, right? We can say although he's a keen runner. You know what keen is?
Mm-mm.
Is that's like he's really into that, right? He's like a practically we can say that he's like a professional runner, right?
Okay, okay,
He's really into it, right? We say that
okay.
okay. If you say I'm keen in movies, that means that you're an expert in knowing the name of
Okay,
the actors and you know all those kind of things. Okay.
okay.
So although he's a keen runner, John has no desire to enter a marathon. Okay. So some connectors that we can use instead of using although can be despite plus ing, right? So we have here despite being a keen runner, John has no desire to enter a marathon. Or again, using despite, right? Let me see here. Yeah, the the same thing here. Um, let me see. Using okay, we can use now. I'm sorry. Let me go back. We can use despite plus ing or despite plus the fact that. Okay, so
Okay.
those are the two ways. So this is the other way. Despite the fact that he is a keen runner, John has no desire to enter a marathon. So
hmm
instead of using although, we can use despite plus ing or despite plus the fact that.
And how do I know what, like, let's say, verb used with ing?
Okay, because in this case we have is, you know, he is.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
using this verb to be, we
Mm-hmm.
transfer it into ing.
Okay, I got it.
But if we're gonna be using the fact that, we keep on using the same
He's,
his,
yes,
right?
okay.
So that's why in this case we're using ing with be because we're using the verb to be here. Okay. Also here it says even I mean this word even is often used before though. It gives us the idea of although, but makes the statement more emphatic, right? For example, even though he's very fit, Mark didn't manage to finish the marathon. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you know you understand by emphatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Also, it says we can begin a sentence with no sooner plus an inverted form of the verb and subject to convey the idea that something happened immediately or as soon as something else happened. The following clause begins with then. So um, again here, no sooner had the marathon started than Sarah began to ask herself why she had decided to enter it. This is not very common. I mean, this is
Yes.
this is very very formal. This is very
Yeah.
formal. Okay, so and we are learning this type of connectors uh, because sometimes in the mostly for the essay, you know, when we're going to be writing the essay, you might
Mm-hmm.
include some of these, and that will of course help you on your grade. But this one is not very common. I mean, this is again, this is very very. formal. So it's no sooner had the marathon started, then Sarah began to ask herself why she had decided to enter it. So this is
Yeah, this is not.
I'm sorry?
No, actually, I am going to say that this is, well, I didn't heard about the
Yeah, I mean, this,
about this form.
yeah, it is totally new for us. I know because again, we don't, well, nobody teaches these type of things, and also we
Mm-mm.
it's not very common, right? So it has two different things. So I mean, these are some ways that we can use connectors or connecting
Okay.
words. Let's go with the other part here. uh, it says, okay, we can use even if to mean whether or not. Okay, so for example, even if you start training now, you are unlikely to be ready um, in time for the marathon in June. This is common, right? Even if we can,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have heard that one. Even if we can use as to begin. Yeah, we can use as to begin a subordinated clause to indicate the to indicate it's a little bit, yeah, that an event or situation happens or exists at the same time as another. So it says in this use, as is a conjunction joining two clauses in the same sentence. A comma is needed if the subordinated clause comes before the main clause. So, for example, I have here, I saw my friend waving to me as I finish the marathon. So you see, there's no comma, right? Because again, the comma is needed if the subordinated clause comes before, like in this case, like in this other example. As I finish the marathon, comma, I saw my friends waving to me. So we see that I saw my friends waving to me is the main clause, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
subordinated is as I finish the marathon. So we can use it in both ways. Are we
Okay.
clear with that with that part?
I guess.
I guess. Well, you can practice these and listen to it, and I can even send you these little pictures so that
Yeah,
maybe you can
please.
have them there and try to practice them. We use by then to say that something happens before that point in time. For example, you say I arrived late. By then, everyone had
Mm-hmm.
left and the place was deserted. I really like this one because we are still writing in a very formal way, and it's not that complicated. I like
Yeah.
by then. Again, when something happens before that point in time. Okay, so this is a very good connecting word for these sentences. Also, we can begin subordinated clauses with provided to say that something is conditional. A comma is needed if the subordinate clause comes before the main clause. But we always know that. Again, provided that is optional, provided that it doesn't rain, the fun run should be a good day out. Or the fun run should be a good day out, provided um, that it doesn't rain. Okay, this is not. We are seeing right now things that are not very common for us, right? Like this
Mm-hmm.
provided is also not common for us. I don't know if you have heard it or read it, but it's not very common, right? That provided.
Mm-mm.
So I think it's very important for us to study these carefully and to maybe try to use them in different sentences so that we might get a little bit used to them, right? Because again, this is gonna help you a lot in your writing test. Okay, and the last paper that we have here says, okay, we use result in plus the noun to express effect. Okay, for example, the rain may result in the race being canceled, right? So what will be the effect of the rain? Well, the race being canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So result in plus a noun. Okay, um, just to express effect. We can uh, we can use so as means so as a conjunction to talk about the consequence of an event, and as an adverb to indicate a conclusion or realization that is a consequence of previous events or information. For example, I saw you, so I know you were there, right? Or there's
Mm-hmm.
Lucy, so she did come. Okay, so those are also connectors that we can use, even when we're talking, right? Even when in
Yes.
conversation.
So it's like more common, right?
Yeah, so that's always very common. Yeah, I know
Mm-hmm.
that like the other two or three that we just saw there is a little bit kind of annoying, right? Because I mean, I have never
Yes.
seen this in my life, but it's very important for us to be or to get introduced at least to this type of things. And it says here then we use what we use what is more, what's more is informal to add emphasis to a point which supports or extends a previous statement. For example, she finished in record time. What's more, she didn't seem tired. This is not very
Mm-mm.
common, right?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And I know that this is a little bit as teachers, right? We say, "Well, we I can't believe I didn't know this type of things," and but they exist, right? And
Yeah.
so it's kind of interesting. I mean, if you talk this way, I mean, if you say, "Yeah, she finished in record time," what's more, she didn't seem tired. What is she saying? So, or if you write it down, that'll be great. Again, we this is mostly for the writing part of this test, right? Then
Yeah.
we can use in all to express that something is the final event in a sequence that is already becoming difficult to endure. It can begin a sentence or occur in the middle of one. It is an informal idiom. Okay, so this what's more, it's informal, and also this one. Okay, the other ones are formal. Now we are with informal. Okay, so we can say it was crowded. I couldn't see the runners. There were not hot there there were no hot dog vans about, and in all, it started raining. That's if you want to like to summarize everything, right? In all,
Mm-hmm.
so you can say, well, I was doing the test and I was a little bit nervous and there was a lot of people and everybody was talking, and in all, I was very upset, something like that, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
like to summarize everything, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
also connect the ideas using this phrase. And then, okay, we're almost done. It says, we use then to mean next. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. This is common, right?
that's common. Yeah, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
enter the London Marathon this spring, and then in the autumn I'll try the New York one. Okay, so that's very
Mm-hmm.
very common for us. It can also mean in addition. For example, these trainers are popular with serious athletes. Then there are these ones which are also excellent, right? So it can mean so then means next or in addition, right? Those are the two meaning
Mm-hmm.
of the connector then. And it says it also can be used to mean with the result that. Okay, so then has three different meanings. With the result that, for example, if you do enough training, then you should be able to win the race. So with the
Mm-hmm.
result that you should win the race, right? So in general, these are the some connecting words that are very useful, right? In normally, well, this lesson is directed to the writing part. So
Okay.
this is going to help us a lot for our for writing the essay and for the other writing, right?
For sure, we will have to write an essay, right? This
Definitely, yes.
is.
You need to write an
Mhm.
essay. Definitely, that's
This is
something.
not an option.
It's not an option. No, it's not an option.
Uh-huh.
And I will be sending you like there is well, I think that this book has it. It really explains to you step by step how to write the essay. But I'm going to later on to look at the page and I will
I
send it to you. Okay.
I guess that in the previous
Oh, did
booklet,
we? Yeah, I think.
yes, I think that in the previous booklet we have at the end of the
Oh
booklet
yeah, you had at the
like.
end. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that let me see because it's also but this is the since this is the directly C1 book, I think that it will explain to us in a better way.
Okay,
I
okay.
think it's in page 50 of this book. That
I don't know what is page
oh,
50.
that's right. You don't have the page. Can't believe it. It's
Or maybe you can show me what is the page and I can know what
yeah,
is the
it
page.
will be it's in unit 7. If you can go to unit 7, uh,
Uh-huh.
go and where
Unit.
it says writing folder 3, writing folder 3,
Okay.
and the uh, the title or the subtitle says essays.
Writing folder.
If you go to unit 7 where it says
Exam folder 3. This one.
writing folder 3, does it say writing folder 3?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I got it.
And it says essays. So
Uh-huh.
please study that. I mean, this is a must because
Okay.
you must study that because it will give you a real example of how the essay will be, like the one that says your class has listened to a radio discussion. This is a real example of the C1 essay, okay? And I think it gives you there like an example of how they wrote it. And
Yes, for example, where it says the impact of technology on employment
correct, yeah,
opportunities.
yeah.
Okay.
That's a real example of what you're going to see in this essay, okay, or in this test
Okay.
in the writing part. So please study those 2 pages also as homework, please, and
Okay.
so that you can be able to get what they want for you to to use right
To
in
Okay.
the essay.
So it's a must that we have to write down an essay.
Definitely
And
needs
the
to write
other
an essay. uh
and the other part that we have to write
The
down
other
something
part you need
else.
to choose between, and you can also see it here in the beginning of your book. But let me tell you. Um, okay, you definitely need to write the essay, and then you need to choose between a report, a
Uh-huh.
review. It can be a letter or email, which is the same, or a proposal.
Okay. Email
Yeah,
proposal.
report,
Uh-huh.
review, letter or email, and the proposal.
And are they going to give me the topics?
They're gonna give you the topics. Yeah, they're going to give you
Okay.
the topics. I don't know if I have here a real example of those tests. Maybe I can show them to you right now.
Yeah, and what
If,
kind of topics can they put me?
yeah, it depends. It depends on the But let me see if I have here. Let me see. See if I can download. I haven't given you then the writing test, right? Or
No.
no, we didn't do it. I swear, I thought we had. All right.
Actually, I have to send you the reading part, but the writing, no. We did practices in the other course. Do you
Hmm.
remember? But
Yeah, we did
in
practices. Yeah, and well, Vivian also sent you, I think, this PDF. It's very
yeah,
important for you to print it out because there's two different tests of everything. Two different of reading and use of English. Two different tests of writing. Two different tests of speaking.
and do they have the answers?
They do have the answers. Yes, they have
Okay,
the answers.
yes, in order to check them
So
because
yeah, so please,
oh,
they even have the how the answer sheets look like. That's also very
okay,
important. You
okay.
see like this one here,
Mm-hmm.
and well, we're in the writing part now, and they
Okay.
please read it, read all this information. I mean, this is gonna help you a lot. This so this is a real uh, writing test. But I don't know if you can turn out your cell phone so you can maybe look at it look at it in
Yeah,
a better
but
way.
I think that is the same document. Well, you know what? I'm going to start my computer because one of these days I took all the time to download all the information that you have sent us in this time. And I guess that I download these like, let's say, anthology.
Uh-huh.
Be, you send it, right? You send it,
Yeah, I think.
and I think that I forward to the other group, and then Vivian send it one more time. So I
Okay, okay.
guess that I have it twice.
Yeah, so please print it. So you see in part one, they show a real example of an essay, right? And
Mhm.
this is like the one that you can see over there in the book, the example. And part two, you see part two, they give you the case for you to write a report. They give you also this other case for you to write a review, or they give you a case for you to write a letter. So between those three, you choose one. Okay, remember that you
Okay.
need to choose one. And
Yeah.
but we don't know if in the test on in December, it might say proposal, it might say report
It's a
and review.
lottery.
It's a lottery. We don't know from all those that I already tell you. We don't know exactly, but definitely in part one, definitely you need to write an essay. Okay, so
And
this
what
is
is
an
the
example.
first part of the exam?
The first part will be the reading and use of English test.
Oh,
So that will be the first. This is how the your certificate is going to look like. You see this one here.
mm,
It's a
mhm.
very nice certificate. So
I hope to guess this C1 because I'm sick.
yeah,
I'm
I
really
know.
I'm sick with this. Ah,
So
and
you say if you uh-huh.
I guess well that I can do it, but to be honest, I don't feel nervous because sometimes nervous can be I I don't know how to say it in English. Le pueden dar una mala jugada.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you're definitely right. Yeah, but I mean that's good that you're not nervous, and remember that I mean it's not
Okay.
impossible.
It says overall score.
Yeah, this is how your certificate is gonna look like, right? Exactly like this one, and so well,
And
your
where
name,
it says, it example has been awarded or award
award, grade B.
great.
Remember, I told you that if you over here, uh, remember that you need to definitely have at least 180 points, right, to get grade
Mhm.
C. I mean, if you get grade C, but you have the C1, is that's okay, right? But if you have more than 190, 94, 95, then you will get in this case 195. Yeah, 195 will be the minimum to get the grade B.
Okay.
If
Okay.
yeah,
I no, it's because I'm checking my documents,
uh
and I think that I already found the book, so I'm going to
yeah,
be. But my computer is so slow, so
yeah. So, but this is how exactly it's gonna look like, your certificate. And yeah, but please download this or print it because it's very important for you to have it. And
yeah. I don't. I already downloaded. Yeah, I have it here. It has 93 pages, right?
it has what? I'm sorry.
93 pages.
Uh, yes, 93 pages. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it here.
So please print it. I mean, that is very important for you to print it because you can read all the information and also start doing the tests that they show
Okay.
here, right? And again, you will see also the answers.
And
I
what happened with the listenings here?
that's what I was going to tell you. I can download or send you the audios for this listening.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
because I actually I downloaded some listenings from the WhatsApp chat that we had
Uh-huh.
previously in Group One San Jose, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know, of course, that I don't know what was the class about this listening.
Okay.
So I felt like, well, I can listen and practice. And actually, I was listening some of them and I think that I understood in a better way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know what was the exercise. So it was like, okay, I can practice listen them, but I don't know what was the practice, because of course we did a lot of practices on the
Right,
course.
right, right.
So yeah, maybe you can tell me.
Which
Oh,
mean
okay.
depending on the practice, which audio you mean? That's what you mean,
Yes,
like, okay,
exactly.
okay,
Yes,
yeah,
because yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, what you can do, you can send me like a picture about the audio, because every audio, as you can see, it has like a number, right? It says CD217 in this example. So
Mm-hmm.
if you send me this information, I can maybe exactly know which audio to send you, and then I can just send it to you for you to practice.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm going to do it, because believe it or not, it took me a lot of time downloaded all the information that I have on
Uh,
WhatsApp.
yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
it took me a lot of time.
Okay, and well, just to end the class, I would like for you to using these connecting words in this box. I don't know if you have your book there.
Okay.
Mhm. Let's see.
It was class 17, right? Unit
Uh,
7? No,
no,
24.
24.
24.
Yeah, Unit 24.
Mhm.
If you go down here, where it says connecting words,
Uh-huh.
and okay, in this little box, try to fill out the blanks using these connectors, as well, because, by then, in all, even, despite, provided, result in, so, and then. Try to use them in this text. Okay, I can give you some
Okay.
time, again, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes for you to do this part, and then we can check it all together, and then I can send you the audios for you to listen also
Yeah.
for homework. This part here, the one that's
Yes,
the
yes.
listening part.
What, where is the listening part? Ah, here. I
Yeah,
find it.
where there's like some these pictures here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I saw
So
it already.
as soon as I finish the class, I'm going to download the whole class, because I need to send it to Catalina and Ana Gabriela, and with that I will also send you the audios, okay, so that you can also
Mm-hmm.
practice the listening.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start doing this part. The 30,000 runners take London in their stride, and let's try to fill the blanks with the box with these connecting words from the box. Okay,
Okay.
do that right now.
You are going to see my roof.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Okay. And it's in, I mean, do I have to use it in the same way that is
Exactly,
on the
just
box, right?
exactly the same way. Yes.
Okay. Tell me the answers, because I'm really sure that they are not good.
Okay, let me give you the answers. Okay, number one will be
Okay.
so. I'm sorry. Number one,
Mm,
S.
yes. Okay.
Uh,
I put because.
you put because. Well, number two is because.
Yes.
Okay, number two,
Mm,
because.
okay.
Number three, then.
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 Okay.
Then number five, despite. Sorry. Number.
And number 4.
Okay, number four, so. I'm sorry. Number four, so.
Okay.
Number five, despite.
Mm-hmm.
Number six, even. Even.
Okay.
Number seven, but. But.
Mm-hmm.
Number eight, and what's more. That was there, right? Or yeah,
Oh, yo la puse.
and what's
I
more. Yeah.
have to I have to follow my first
Remember,
feeling.
in this test, that's like rule number one. Whatever you put, leave it
Yes.
there. uh, Number nine, in all. In all. And number 10, by then.
Mm, well.
How was it?
Uh-uh. It didn't was. No, for me this is very difficult
It is,
because
yeah.
oh, yeah, because well, when you explain us, I understand, but when I have to put it in practice,
Yeah, I
I
know.
need like
It's
to
focus a little bit
I
more.
need like to yes,
Yeah.
I need like to maybe to see the information in
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
moment and
It's
then to
because right
study.
now here in the it's very, very fast, you know. But that's why I told you,
Yeah,
you know, take your time, read the information, and then you can understand, you know, why. Okay, why did I use this connector here? Okay, so
yeah.
little by little, you can maybe check it out and see how this works. This corpus
Mhm.
spot can help us a lot in that, right? So it tells us like
Mhm.
some mistakes that people has, you know, and they tell us why we don't use them that way, right? So this can also help you a little bit just to see how to use
Okay.
these connectors. Okay,
Mhm.
so that will be it. Remember to do the well. I'm going to send you the listening part, and
Mhm.
for you to also do the other part for the
For homework.
homework. Yeah. Okay.
And I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Do what was the material that you studied last class? It's because remember that I had to attend the
Oh yeah, I
bachelor
remember. I remember that you had
yeah.
to. Yeah. We
And
did some. Yes.
I guess sorry for interrupt you, but I
Uh,
guess that next class I won't be able to attend the class because do you know what? I have to well, did you notice that Randall uh, include included us in a chat of the prueba
uh-huh.
del dominio lingüístico?
Right, right. I
Yeah,
saw it.
and as as I am the only teacher in the in this high school at night where I work with senior,
Uh-huh.
as I am the only English teacher, I have to apply the test to the
To all of them.
students. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the coordinator of the school put the schedule next Thursday and next
Uh-huh.
Friday. Oh,
Okay, yeah.
and I'm really disappointed about this.
Yeah.
But well, I have to
But
attend it. It's
yeah,
part of my job.
remember that we record these lessons. So
Uh-huh.
I'll be send them to you. You know, I will every Thursday I will send you the lesson. And for
Okay.
example, today, Ana Gabriela and Catalina are going to watch this lesson, right? Well, I don't know when they're going
Mm-hmm.
to watch it, but they're going to have it there for them
And
to
what
see it.
happens if nobody, for let's say that in the words of the cases, next class or the following missing class, nobody can attend the class? Are you going to record the class as
I will
well?
still record it. Yeah, I will still do the
Okay,
class and record it. Yeah.
okay, great. Okay, can you tell me the, sorry, the unit that you studied last
Yeah,
class?
we study the articles. It was a very useful unit, but let me see if I can find it here so you can maybe just check it out. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it was let me see. It was not language. I think it was this one. Mm, let me check it. Let's see which one is the one that tells me about the article here. Okay. Unit 17. Unit 17.
Unit 17.
Uh-huh. And
Okay.
I'm going to send you the little things that we discuss about the article because that's
Uh-huh.
also very important.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. So well let's finish then the class, and I will send you all
Uh-huh.
that information. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.